Hey guys, Tony here, and back to do another recent vinyl editions video. Got quite a bit here to show you, so I'm going to have to move as fast as possible. I just counted, I have 37 new LPs to show you. And I should also preface this by saying that some of the more interesting things, the pieces that I'm really excited about, none of them have arrived yet. And so I'm going to make another video. They're all purchased around the same time. I'm just still waiting for the pieces I'm really excited about. So, yeah, but I still have some really cool stuff here to show you. And I'm going to have to move through them as quick as possible. There will be a few I'd like to speak about, but, again, it's probably going to be another long one. So, but yeah, some cool stuff. So I'll just get started here. Hope everybody's well. This one, I went to the record store today and picked up a couple things, and haven't gotten to listen to any of them yet, but still. This looked interesting, so I grabbed it, and it's Gershon Kingsley's first Moog Quartet, and yeah, so it's like Moog synthesizer stuff. I haven't listened to it yet. It looked interesting, so I figured I'd grab it. It's from 1972. This one, another album from 1972, which Jeff the Record Man recommended. David Ackles' American Gothic, and it's on Elektra Records. Very folky. At some points it's almost like theatrical in a way. I like some songs better than others, but still not a bad purchase, and in really nice shape. So happy to get it. This one, somebody in the vinyl community I know showed this and talked about it, but I can't for the life of me remember who. Whoever it was, let me know if you have this and have talked about it. But a really good purchase, and cool stuff. Jimmy Spheris, Isle of You. And cool record, definitely. Very 70s, kind of, folk rock stuff. But very, very good. And I guess Jimmy Spheris was an artist who put out a couple records and kind of fell off the map and ended up dying, I believe, in a car wreck or a motorcycle accident. I believe that's what happened with him. Hopefully I'm right. Guy could still be around. Yeah, so very cool record, and happy to get it. This is a band, too, I've never gotten into before, to be honest with you, and this was, again, recommended to me today at the store, so I grabbed it. XTC, and this is Skylarking, produced by Todd Rundgren, and it's from 1986, so still looking forward to checking this out. This is an album, oddly enough, I also picked up today, and I don't know it. I never heard it, and I have just about everything else by this artist, but not this, and I don't think I know a single track on here, but yeah, The Clash, and this is Give 'Em Enough Rope. Somehow this album just, I never really got around to it or something, but yeah, I think a lot of people dislike this album. I think they complain about the production, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, their second LP from 1978, so love The Clash. I don't know, I never got into this, so very cool. This one here, again, another band that I was never big on. I have a couple things by them which I like, but never really delved deep into their catalog. And this is another that was really recommended to me, so I grabbed it. The Moody Blues, and this is A Question of Balance. Gatefold, really cool photographs inside. So happy to get it. I definitely want to check out more by them. So very cool. This one I just listened to and really blown away. I don't think there's much by this artist that isn't fantastic, to be honest with you. PJ Harvey's White Chalk, and this is from 2007. This is a very dark, kind of stark, piano-driven album, which I guess is an instrument that she was not really well versed in. So, but really enjoyed it. Very cool. This one here I definitely have to recommend. It's a new album released a month or two ago. Especially if you like Kurt Weill's Smoke Ring from My Halo. It's along those same lines. In fact, there were points on the album, I should say too, this used to be Kurt Weill's band. He used to be in the band. And then he went solo really, but there were points on the album where I really thought it was him singing on it, but he plays guitar on a few tracks, but doesn't sing. But the vocal style is very much along those lines. Now it's like, picture Kurt Weill, that album specifically, Smoking from My Halo, and kind of add in a psychedelic Although that album is sort of psychedelic, but this kind of has a psychedelic krautrock rock feel to it at times, mixed with that folk element. And yeah, definitely recommend it. So The War on Drugs, and this is Slave Ambient. It's on Secretly Canadian. This one's a 2 LP set. It's 45 RPM. It sounds really cool. So yeah, I definitely recommend this. Very good. This one kind of a one-hit wonder, I believe. I don't know if he had any other hits besides this one, Spirit in the Sky, Norman Greenbaum. And been looking for a copy of this for a little while now, and just never really came across one that was in good shape and reasonably priced. I mean, this was a big album when it came out, that song. So I only listened to one side, the Spirit in the Sky, the first side. It's all really good, but I don't think any of the songs are as good as Spirit in the Sky. But that's just my take on it now, so I'll have to listen to it more. This one I've been trying to get my hands on for a long time, and I keep getting outbid. But now I'm actually glad that that's happened, because this copy is as near mint as it gets. If I didn't know better, I would say I took the shrink wrap off it myself, because it's in such good shape. It really is. When I pulled the vinyl out of the sleeve, it had that static cling to it. That usually only happens with the first time you open a record. It's that mint. I mean, everything about it is just beautiful. So Richard Thompson, starring as Henry the Human Fly. It's a fantastic record. So glad to finally get this. All of these two coming are all in that one collection. This is on Carthage. It's a reissue. I think it might be the first American pressing, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. But yeah, of course, Richard Thompson was in Fairport Convention, and just an excellent songwriter, guitarist. And the track Shaky Nancy, fantastic. Same with The Angels Took My Racehorses Away. But everything on it is really, really good. So happy to finally get this. And this one too, an album that really wasn't on my radar until recently. Cool Ranch Dressing, they talked about it. River, he talked about it. And I really liked what he had to say about it, so I checked it out, and so glad I did. Again, Richard and Linda Thompson. And this is I Want to See the Bright Lights Tonight. And it's a 1974 album. And this is a 1983 Carthage reissue. Again, just beautiful. Near mint, really. As near mint as it gets. So happy to get this. A beautiful record. So as we know, we lost a guitar great the other day. Burt Yanch. He passed away, unfortunately. He long fight with cancer. He had lung cancer. But I'm so glad I got to see him recently. He was amazing. He really was. He opened for Neil Young, and unbelievable. But so yeah, I picked this up. I picked this up. Moonshine by Burt Yanch, and this is a classic of his from 1973. Gatefold the lyrics, and it's just a fantastic record. It really is. So happy to get this. And this one here, I'm just blown away by. This thing, again, is near mint. It is absolutely beautiful, and it's an original. Unbelievable. The Pentangle. And this is their debut LP. Of course, Burt Yanch is in the Pentangle as well. And it is on the Two-Tone Reprise label. And this thing is absolutely beautiful, and it is such a great record, just a great folk record. The Pentangle, of course, were a folk, UK folk supergroup, and it is fantastic, really. So, really happy to get that, especially for the condition, and just such a great record that you don't see very often. This one, too, again, these next few are just beautiful. John Fahey's America. Beautiful shape. Again, it's an original on the Tacoma label. The this booklet here is still intact. Whoever had these just took such great care of them. So very cool to get that. It is on the Tacoma label. I'm gonna pull it out, but absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy to finally get that one. Up in my Tom Waits collection. Jesus. Blue Valentine. Yeah, really been getting into Tom Waits recently, more so than ever. I mean, for a while there, it was always I didn't really understand what all the fuss about him was about, but man, when you really start to listen to him repeatedly, you know, like really get into his albums, it's just so good. But yeah, Blue Valentine. This is again on Arista Records. I'm pretty sure it's an original. It's in beautiful shape from 1978. And Whistling Past the Graveyard, love that tune. Romeo's Bleeding, $29. Blue Valentines. I mean, just the whole album though is fantastic, and so happy to get it. This one too, really small change. Again on Asylum Records, fantastic, really. And this one, Tom Waits, Nighthawks at the Diner. 2 LP set. The records are near mint, but they're like these double albums. Perfect ring wear there, if you can see that. But a fantastic record, and so happy to get it, really. This one here is really cool to have in my collection, but the album itself is not that great, let me tell you. Dylan and the Dead. I'm very familiar with this record. I used to have I want to say I had the cassette back in the day, and Dylan is not in the greatest of periods in his career on there, but it's still a cool artifact to have, and I'm definitely glad to get it. Again, in beautiful shape. Here's the sleeve, if you can see that. So happy to get this one. So moving along, a couple I'll show real quick. The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. This is again on Track Records, an original in beautiful shape, still in the shrink wrap. Manufacturer's list priced $4.98, special sale $1.98. But yeah, the Crazy World of Arthur Brown. It definitely is a crazy record, but so happy to get it. This one here I have not listened to yet, but looking forward to it. The Meat Puppets, Up on the Sun. It is an original on SST, so definitely looking forward to this one. And this one here is again another near mint original on Parrot Records, Frigid Pink. Excellent stuff. Would have been a perfect addition for the pink, the whole pink thread. I think Big Star 1000 did show this in beautiful shape. Alright, so that ends those stuff from that collection, I believe. This one I picked up. Teddy Vinylicious talked about this in his Jazz Starter Kit, and this is one I did not have, and blown away by this. Hornet Coleman, In the Shape of Jazz to Come. Just a basic reissue, but it is a fantastic record. I mean, free jazz, avant-garde, awesome stuff, and really happy to get this. Just did not have it, did not really check him out at all. This one, I showed this band's second LP. I finally got their first one. I am familiar with this record, it is fantastic, but this one I still haven't sealed, haven't opened it yet. Sir Lord Baltimore, and this is Kingdom Come, their debut, and if you like stoner, doom, these guys are like the godfathers of it, and it's fantastic stuff. It's a classic for sure, happy to get it. This one here is a Big Star 1000 favorite, and I finally got a copy, Bell and Sebastian's, If You're Feeling Sinister. I picked up their Write About Love LP, and I wasn't crazy about it. And then I picked up The Boy with the Arab Strap, and then this. And I finally just got around to listening to The Boy with the Arab Strap and this, and really like both records. So really happy to get this. This is the new Matador reissues. This one is on Drag City, and an excellent record. Bill Fay Group, Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. I know Mike Bostonian Reggie talked about this, and a number of people have shown it, but fantastic stuff. I would love to check out more by Bill Fay, but his stuff is pretty hard to come by, so very cool. So I went back for this album. I showed their, the name's going to escape me, of course, but Talk Talk, Spirit of Eden. Now, I don't think these are official issues. I'm not sure. But if they're unofficial, they did a really great job. I mean, there's printed sleeves. The vinyl's on black vinyl. So I'm not quite sure, to be honest, but this is excellent, and I'm so glad to get this. Just, again, they're kind of post-rock period, and fantastic stuff. This one, I always hear the Bee Gees albums. Their early albums are really good. I think this might be like a mid-period kind of album for them. The Bee Gees, Jesus, Trafalgar, and it's definitely the Bee Gees. I mean, it's not bad. I didn't think it was really fantastic on first listen, but I want to check out maybe their first few. But still, happy to get it. This one is unbelievably good. Country Joe and the Fish, electric music for the mind and body. Yeah, for the mind and body. One of the greatest examples of San Francisco psych. I mean, this album is fantastic. I always knew that song, Not So Sweet Martha Lorraine, but the whole album is just really good. It's on Vanguard in absolutely beautiful shape. Love Vanguard records, but this is an excellent record. Check it out if you don't have this. Get it. And this one too, I'm absolutely in love with this record. Probably one of the best things that Bill Callahan has put out. So A River Ain't Too Much to Love by Smog. It's on Drag City, and this is a fantastic record. Rock Bottom Riser is on this, which I love. I Feel Like the Mother of the World, The Well, In the Pines, Drinking at the Dam. It's a fantastic record. Like $14 on Drag City. Buy it. This one too, I've listened to this a number of times now, and this is really out there, but I'm so glad I got it. Scott Walker's Tilt. Sorry if there's a glare. More recent album from 1995. Reissue on Drag City, and fantastic, really cool stuff. This one here I did not have in my collection. Finally got it though. Slow Train Coming by Bob Dylan. Not his greatest, but it's still pretty good. And this is the start of his religious, infatuation, I guess. Or he found Jesus. Really beautiful shape, so happy to get it. This is a replacement copy. I got it because it's an original on Harvest. My other copy is not. And my other copy is sort of beat. This is in beautiful shape. It is on the Harvest label. It has one of the posters, the big pyramid poster, and the two stickers. Dark Side. Of course, I mean a classic. I'm just happy it has the two stickers and the poster. I'll show this again sometime. I just don't have time right now. This one, another one I gotta recommend. It's fantastic. We Were Promised Jetpacks. I was talking to the guy at the store when I bought this, and he said basically take Interpol, take the Joy Division out of Interpol, and you have this band, and that's a really good description for it. It's fantastic. Check them out. We Were Promised Jetpacks, a brand new record on Fat Cat Records. This one, an artist I really didn't know very well, Tom Rush, and this is The Circle Game, which he does a cover of the Joni Mitchell song. The Circle Game was written by Joni Mitchell, and that was actually in response to Neil Young's Sugar Mountain. It was still a very cool record on Elektra. I believe it's an original, and it's in beautiful shape, and I paid $6 for it. So, very cool. This one here, blown away by this. I wasn't sure how I'd feel at first, but I love it. Henry Cow, and this is their debut. Again, in mint condition, on Virgin Records. And this is just awesome. Avant-garde, just beautiful stuff. I mean, it's really out there, of course, but I really enjoyed this, and I'm so happy I got it. Excellent stuff. It does have a huge deletion hole in it. One of the biggest ones I think I've seen, but still, it's in beautiful shape. This is the new Colin Stevenson EP. For those who didn't run, it's a 10-inch. Recommended, especially if you liked his History of Warfare Volume 2. Excellent stuff. Again, 10-inch, two songs on there for those who didn't run, and The End of Your Suffering. Kind of keeping up with the same theme of the last album, but get it, it's fantastic. And finally, an album that is fucking essential. The Corridor Faces. This is a little inside joke, I guess. The Corridor Faces. And the name of the band is Lazy Smoke. This is a reissue on Jackpot Records. And talk about 60s psych, Beatlesque pop. Fantastic. This was originally pressed as a private pressing record, and it's been reissued obviously, and it is fantastic. Very much like John Lennon, vocally and melody wise. I mean, this is fantastic. So it's common, you could buy it pretty easily. I highly recommend it. The band again is Lazy Smoke, and the album is called Corridor Faces. So there you go, guys. I think I made it through. I know it's probably pretty damn long. thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Yeah, that's about it. Have a great weekend, guys, and take care.